Smile. I'm not late. It's my start time. My start time is not late. My actual preparedness, I'm very late. This sleep schedule's kicking my ass. I'm literally like waking up at 8:30. It's just like, oh god. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Hi, Air. Hi, Feet-chan. I don't know if Smile and Zuvi are officially there yet. We're gonna find a nice place to stand. I'm thinking at the school. Hi, Zuvi. This old Charlene has double jump? What the fuck? Thank you, Zuvi. I really appreciate that. Ba-bum-bum. Bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Wow, I don't know if, like, it's supposed to be like this, but the ground is fucking, like, shaky when I walk. We're almost there. We're almost at school. I'll set up the cameras. We'll get into stretching. There's no fucking chance we have a sub 15 start. Okay. Wow, this view kind of fucking sucks. Oh well. I think it only matters to me that much. I think everyone else is just like, just do the walk. Okay, here. Sub 15, someone call CPS. What do you mean by someone call CPS? Why does starting 15 below 15? You're ridiculous. Flying, auto level. Actually kind of lined up decently well there. It is Friday. We should have Senra with us. Because I think he's been wanting to join. Oh wait, no. It's Friday. Why would he join? He's gonna be at work. I just want him to join. Hi, Pixel. Hi, Kisu. You didn't get the problem. Alright, I'm gonna call Snowblade. What? Why is my excess overlay there? My arm is very wobbly when I wave it. I know where I want to stand. I glabble. Okay. That's set up. That's set up. Volume's actually at a decent level. I think I'm just good to go. Oh wait, can't hear right now because I'm walking and inspecting the factory right now, but I love you. It is so hard to not respond to that when he just said he can't hear me. Hi, Moogle. What the heck? at least say Moogland or Ubisoft. Zuby, I think you're the only one that likes Ubisoft as much as you do. I don't know if anyone else says that one. Do you know that Sapphire acts out more when you are there? I didn't. But that's really funny. I saw that she was struggling to tell the difference between Sapphire and Sapphi yesterday. Also, holy cow. What a stream. She went like 8 or 9 hours yesterday. She was very invested in closing out that game to make time for later today. That's fine with me. With all the working out, can you really call him Ubisoft? Wouldn't he be Ubi hard now? My legs are pretty fucking hard. They are just muscle now. Which I'm not... I don't know, I don't dislike it. I liked my thighs before. What's been best is that my tummy has slimmed down, right? And it's not like rock hard, like, you know, I just, oh, and it's nothing but abs now. We're not quite there. I don't know if we ever will be. Yeah, Blind, yes, you always Ubisoft. You to me, Yumi. God, someone put me down after... Someone put me down after writing this. I don't deserve to live anymore. I'm proud of you, Zuby. You committed to your joke. I'm muted for my sneeze. I'm late, but you're safe for now, Eowyn. Hi, Seafire. I feel like I had a stroke reading that, and I still can't understand what you were saying. Ugh. Hi, Icy, I notice you. Icy isn't safe. Euland is always Ubisoft to me. That's what it was. Euland, how south are you? We're like at the school. We're like right in front of the Charlene University. Unless you're talking about IRL, at which point I'm Missouri. So like, really not south at all, but dear God, they wish they were south. He's getting CPS called on him. He's pretty southern. Euland is Missouri. There's some upsides to Missouri. I got free healthcare. You wouldn't fucking expect that in a state like Missouri. I have free healthcare, which is like, what? I remember I told somebody I'm in Missouri and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. It doesn't get much worse than that. And I was like, oh, I got healthcare. And they were just like, what? In a state like that? In a red state? And I was like, yeah, I know. As someone with an intense knowledge of American geography, Is Missouri next to California or Florida or Texas? I don't know any of the states. So, you have California on the west coast. You have Florida on the southeast coast. You have Texas almost as like a middle point of the south point. It's technically on the coast of the Gulf of Mexico, but it's also mostly not coast. Missouri is north and a little bit east of Texas. And don't put yourself down like that. You aren't a thing. You're impossibly visible to the naked eye for the Northern Lights tonight. Oh. You do identify as a thing. I'm sorry to offend you. I meant someone. I don't know how I ended up typing something. You put something because you were thinking of the meme. As something of a scientist myself. Wait, is it that? Does he say as someone who's someone of a scientist, or does he say I'm something of a scientist myself? I feel like that's what you're thinking. Oh, north of Texas, so you're Canadian? Canadian. Texas is on the southern border. There's a lot of states north of it. Hi, Farisu. Elon, you can solo BFA raids. I'm not in Azoth and King Rastakhan now. It's so nice. Did they actually do a change for that? Great. That's weird because we were just talking about it. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself. That's what it is. There's a big geomagnetic storm today that could affect streams and whatnot too. I don't think it starts until after your stream though, so we should be fine. I actually did see people panicking about it a little. It was called, it wasn't a solar flare, but it was like, I don't know, people were like, I don't even remember what they were saying about it. Oh, yeah, oh, I guess Kahuna is technically solo, but probably only on Death Demon Hunter. I'm back, I got breakfast after walking. Hell yeah. We're at Cami Stretch. I feel so fucking stiff this morning. God. Day 2 of shopping for outdoor backpacking stuff. So gonna be mostly lurking, not gonna pop in eventually until I hear sus shit. Oh, so you wanna be here for the sus shit. Hi, Air. Yeah, I feel stiff too. My back doesn't feel that bad. Like, compared to most days, I'm like, oh, my back's fucking great today. But there's still some pain. Hi, Juice. The government is launching a new drone match. Embrace the scuff. These usually cause connection problems for a little bit, but does it affect things long term? I think I'll be sleeping for most of it. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna sleep for like 5 hours. And then I think it'd be about time for core stream then. Hi, Techno Rave. I don't want to work today. Is today... So it's Friday. Is it your week Friday? Like, do you work Saturdays and Sundays, or are you off after today? Hi, Logitech. What are we at? Squats. Oh. I work Saturday, off Sunday. I'm so sorry. I hope it goes fast, Techno Rave. I don't get why people make a huge deal about it. It's a cool little thing. Lets us possibly see the Northern Lights. Well, I think we hope it's just a little thing. But there's always a small risk that it's like a solar flare that, like, ends life on Earth or something. It's statistically impossible, but it's like, technically, you know, technically, it could be a... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. England is Tuesday? I wish it was Tuesday. It is Friday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, Larkson. Just want to drop by and say hi. Hope your walk is going well. Please stay hydrated. I actually just took a drink. Only 6 days until Mop Remix. Mop Remix doesn't start on a Tuesday? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Does it start on a Tuesday? Why does V Rising must come out the week is Dungeon Week as well? I don't really care too much about the Dungeon Week because I mean I'm not really trying to like progress any characters, so I'm just like, who cares? I've been having a lot of fun with V Rising. That's just fear-mongering in my opinion. Like, people here honestly freak out about the big one whenever earthquakes are brought up. I think it's a scientist who's like, you know, technically this could happen, but it never will. Statistically, it's impossible. And people have run with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is V Rising? V Rising is a top-down survival crafting game themed around vampires. Hi, Smug. I am casual, and I am 5'16". Loot is free in the leap year of 2024. Smug has been going through Fallout. Oh, so the V stands for vampire? Yes. You play as a vampire. And the lore is that vampires tried to take over the world like 1,000 years ago. And like, the entire world united against them and defeated them. And so what vampires survived basically put themselves in coffins in a deep sleep. And you are one of them waking up 1,000 years later. And it's like, alright, the humans have probably forgotten about the war. Time to come back with a vengeance. And so you take over the world. Technically, you take over, like, this small area, but... completely natural event happens, Americans. We about to die. The rapture is upon us. The government is behind this. They say that in Utah, it's overdue for your huge earthquake on its fault line, and that if it's big enough, it could set off Yellowstone, which would wipe out at least half the U.S. We even got scientists that argue about it. Oh, some say it's completely impossible, and some say it's likely. They're very silly. It's one of those things that, like, there's not really a way to say for certain if it's likely or not. So they have different methods of science using, right? Different methods of science using. Different methods of, like, hey, if we use this number, this number, this number, and this, like, these different formulas, these different theories, it's likely. And then the other side, you can just go, it's not likely, it's never fucking happened. It's always statistically, it's always possible. But statistically impossible is what a lot of people don't understand. This is why I'm such a big proponent of, like, statistics is actually an important class in school. Make kids understand the bell curve. Because you can tell somebody 1 in a million chance, or 1 in a billion chance, and they'll go, so it's possible. And it's like, no, dude. 1 in a billion chance for an annual event is functionally impossible. But it's possible. Wasn't Yellowstone supposed to explode like 20 times by now? Depends on who you ask. I mean, I can stop it from happening if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Dude, the camera is so shaky over here. Has it always been like this on this map? This is weird. Three minutes. 20-minute, 30-second start. I'm going to 23:30. Ah. So strong. Ah. Ah. It is crazy to me to see 10-month subs. That is like, what the fuck? Ah. It does not feel like we've been doing this for 10 months. As a scientist, I think it's highly likely that Yellowstone will erupt within the next 5 years. I've helped most of America. I've used my high-tech and foolproof research of reading tea leaves, looking into my horoscope, and shoving a crystal ball in dark places. I'm a duck scientist. Or I guess you could say a quack! I can't even think of how someone would stop it, even with all the power in the world. Skill issue. 1 minute down. 80 seconds down. Oh my god, I'm ready to be done. I hate planking. Halfway there. 90 more seconds. 80 more seconds. Just put a lid on it, then it erupts. It won't splash out everywhere. 70 more seconds. Good one. 60 more seconds. Oh, it's hard today. I hate blinking. 50 more seconds. Ow. 40 more seconds. It's hard today. That's what she said. Okay. 30 more seconds. 25. 20. 15. Oh god. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh god. Like, he just doesn't get easier. It just fucking hurts and is hard every time. Minecraft spin. Alright. Time to start walking. Oh, I didn't. Did I forget to anchor with this too? I did. We're closing in on it. We are closing in on the end. Why is the VR chat window over there? What the heck? Closing in on the end of BDO. Apparently this is the town you start in. I didn't realize this, but you go to the wiki and it's like, this is the town you start in. I was like, what? I didn't think I started here. Thought I started near this. Question marks? What are you question marking, Juice? Oh my god, my fucking throat is dry. This is Olvia to Port, or Eferia Port. My stomach is just like, bro, why was planking so hard today? That fucking sucked, bro. Alright. I don't think there was too much news yesterday. I also had like nothing in my news when I woke up at 8:20. And it was like, oh god, I have 10 minutes to collect news stories. I'm so bad at this. I hate this sleep schedule. Although it is really nice getting to see so much of Foss. I sleep and then Foss goes live. I wake up and I get to like actually play games with him. Normally there's a lot of just not seeing or spending much time with Foss. He'll go live and I'll be like, hi, how are you doing? And then I go to bed. Okay. I saw Stardew Valley videos yesterday. Because I'm just getting recommended Stardew stuff. Relatable? Yeah. Yeah. I've been getting Stardew Valley videos, and one of them I saw was the most upsetting Stardew Valley video I've ever seen. It was like, here's the top 10 tips that you have to do as a Stardew Valley noob. Hi, Kodiak. That are mandatory the first time you play Stardew. Tip number 1. Save everything. Make sure that you don't give something away or sell it that needs to go to the bundle. Tip number 2. Don't waste your prismatic shards or dinosaur eggs. You should do these specific tasks with them first before they go to a bundle or a person. Tip number 3. And it was just like, it was the most like meta, the most like sweaty tips for a first time player. And it was just like, bro, this is fucking Stardew. This is supposed to be like the figure it out for a little bit and then get sweaty. I just want to play the game, damn. Sweating on Stardew Valley? I know! Your situation with Foss sounds like me with you. I show up and say hi, then immediately have to leave because job. Yeah. Yeah. When I worked, I got to watch streamers at my job. So I never had that problem. Ping if. Okay. I never really had that problem of like, I gotta go to work, bye. But I definitely felt it a lot with going to bed. I used to, God, what was my sleep schedule back then? Either Foss streamed earlier. Uh-oh. Can you guys see me at all? Is anybody disconnected? Because, like, Chatterino says all the streams that were live just went down. I see you? Okay. I can see you still? Chatterino is having a big hiccup. It just said Euland is now offline. And I can see that Shockrail and Leafeons are offline, according to Chatterino. But, like, no problems on OBS and messages are still going through. Maybe Chatterino went down? I think so, but it's working fine. Like, I'm reading you through Chatterino. Technically, I can do that, but I like talking to you and everyone in chat. What does ping if means? It means at their name if you want their attention. So, like, we're talking Stardew. So Juice is like, I don't care, ping me when we're talking about something else. I think? I don't really know what he would want us to ping him for. I can still see you. I can't see you, but my eyes are looking elsewhere. Okay. Maybe Chatterino went down. Oh, huh. What? At Juice, Ikaros hug. I have 2 streams up on my monitor, so I can collect channel points and +1 my homies. I have Shankarail and Leafeon streams open. But, like, when I look over at the monitor across the room, Shanky has either, like, fallen asleep or is AFK. Let's see if anybody's saying anything about it in Leafy's chat. Leafy? Leafeon's. What's your opinion on the movie, Aladdin? Okay, they are not talking about Chatterino going down. Literally never been pinged if. Well, it's one of those things, Juice, where people are like, ping if what? I'll be honest, anytime you say ping if... Like, I get it when Bits says it. Because Bits will be like, ping me when he's fucking done talking about World of Warcraft. That makes sense to me. But ping if, and that's just it, is just like, ping if what? Alright, I'm lurking. Ping if there is a butt on screen. No butt in this avatar. And the other avatars are like the same body, but like... I can't take the shorts off in this avatar. Yeah, I keep seeing these Stardew videos. I literally say ping if. And then no one ever pings me ever. Ping if what? Are you ever going to explain your name? Guys, I think Juice just wants us to ping them. So just at them. Just at Juiceosour. I think that's what they want. I don't know. They never just come out and say what they want. So we're gonna go with that and they'll correct us. Oh, I got you. I finally understand. At Juice. There we go. I think that's what they're wanting. I've been learning so many things about Stardew through these videos, because goddamn. Hi, Yuhi boy. I literally don't get a ping on Twitch. You just got like 4. You got 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. I read your name and thought that was somebody pinging you. It was literally just you saying a thing. A video I watched yesterday was about the fish pond. I fucking hate fish ponds. Because I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll get a super cucumber fish pond and that will give me a bunch of iridium. That way, I can have a steady stream of iridium coming in without having to, like, go to the mines and get iridium. This will be great. This is not how it's been working. This thing is supposed to have a 5% chance to yield iridium, and I've had 2 of them, and they just don't fucking give me iridium. I hate it so much. If I say ping if, it means I'm not watching Twitch, and so I can't see the tab text saying I've been added. Oh. So you're basically just saying pings don't work for me. Huh. I like mine better. I like it if everybody just pings you when you say ping if. Because that's funny to me. Cries. Not poggers. Literally not. So with fish ponds, apparently you can put like 190 different fish or... No, what was it? 60 or 70 fish? It's like almost every single fish or like a fish in the game in fish ponds. And 90% of them are useless. What is the if? You're the one that puts the if. The very first thing you said was exclamation point ping if. No, really mad. Do you not have it so Twitch plays a sound alert when you're pinged? I don't think I have it through Twitch. I do get a notification sound if I get pinged through Chatterino. Maybe I do get it through Twitch also. My tracker's being dumb. That's it, I'm gone, ping if. You guys know what to do. I get it through FFZ Twitch. I don't remember what sound though. Someone ping me so I can remember. Initially, I set up Chatterino to give me a Breath of the Wild chest opening sound, but it was so crazy loud, and it seemed like no matter how much I turned it down, it was still crazy loud. And so eventually I just got rid of it. I don't know if this is actually gonna work. It's not working. This one seems to be working. I don't want to see. Oh yeah, I got a cowbell. Thank you, Elin. We're only at 0.6 miles, and I already feel a little tired. I think that's just not enough sleep. Which, I feel like I got enough sleep. I need to fix my fucking sleep schedule. The problem is it's been working. It's been convenient to sleep at these times. I've been missing Koyo streams. But, like... I can never catch everybody's. I kind of liked this walk. I like some of the, like, just base of the mountain views that you get on this walk, where it's just like, it's just a cool mountain backdrop. That's really nice. I was I was mad about this because I moved all the way to the right of the road, and this guy's autopath still went through me. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Fish ponds. I got distracted. So the big money maker for fish ponds is lava eels. Apparently, just getting one of those every 5 days. And there's ways to get it so that you know, 1 to 5 row. You get the lava eel row, you age that, and that just sells for a shit ton of money. So if you just want profits, that's the one to get. Some of them do have special rewards. You can get prismatic shards, so it's very rare. Iridium ore, which it's not super rare, but it's pretty unlikely. Apparently the blobfish sells pretty valuable fish eggs as well. Stingrays. Stingrays give you cinder shards, which is a currency, so that one's really nice. I feel like there was 1 or 2 other fish. I have, like, on my solo farm, I have 4 fish ponds of, super cucumbers. But 2 of them are not maxed. One of them was, like, I think it finishes building the next time I play. And one of them has a really bad quest. Oh, God. Kisu was saying she has a bad fish pond quest lately. I have one that wants a fucking artifact. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? How do you reliably get an artifact? Huh? I feel like it almost might be easier to drain the pond and try and put super cucumbers back in it again to get a new quest. I don't know if that's how it works or not. Mine wanted the blue dwarf scroll, yeah? Jesus. Mine wants the, it's like the calcified starfish. And I'm like, I don't even know how to get this thing. I've gotten it a few times, but it's just been one of those like, oh, I just happened upon it, yay. Took like a week? Yeah, honestly, I could see myself just getting rid of my fish ponds. Because my farm is so diversified that it's like, it's too time consuming to get through my chores. Ideally, well, I don't know. I feel like I just need money. But then I do kind of want to go for perfection and do that. I feel like to do so, I would need to have it, like, more set up for, you know, doing everything. But man, It just takes me so long to get through my morning stuff. I want... What I really want is just like 3 fucking mushroom forests. Just nothing but mythic trees, surrounded by mushroom stumps. And then just an entire, just every room of the house filled with dehydrators that get, like, maxed out every morning. That would be a fucking hell yeah. Tuesday is the next time we play with the group. I'm filling it out with mushroom stumps. It's a lot easier to get moss in Stardew Valley Expanded. Holy, is it easier. On solo, it feels like I can get... Feels like I don't get any moss most days. And I have to wait for, like, a green rain to get a lot. Or, like, once a week, I'll be able to get, like, a few trees worth. What I really needed to do was created, like, a mossy tree farm. So the green rain gives you these new tree types called mossy green trees. And I think those, like, reliably grow moss. I should have, like, built an area of those in my solo run. And just collected that moss. Here's something that I don't know if I should be excited or not for. They're making another Lord of the Rings movie. So they are making, like, an official, by the studio that did the last ones, multi-million-dollar budget, Lord of the Rings movie. And it's gonna be The Hunt for Gollum. It all depends on execution. It really does, because it does have a lot of good signs. The Hunt for Gollum is basically what happens after... No, it's not what happens after Lord of the Rings. It's what happens before the Lord of the Rings movie. So basically, between The Hobbit and between the trilogy, the Nazgul detected the ring with Bilbo. They chase down Gollum, find him, torture the information out of him, and that leads to hi Jan. That leads to the riders heading for the Shire. So another prequel, another prequel. On one hand, it means there's only going to be one prequel, right? It means it's only going to be one movie and they're not going to try to do, like, a whole thing. And, like, compared to The Hobbit, I don't know how they would make 3 movies out of this. That sounds awful to me. To me, that sounds like, what is the point? What are you doing? Just stop. Just let it lie. Just, it was great. Stop trying to milk it for more. On the other hand, they got the same director. They got the same producers. Peter Jackson is there. The other 2 I forget the name of are also there. My 2 cats. No years between releases. People are very critical of The Hobbit, but apparently that has unfair circumstances. Specifically, Peter Jackson had like 4 years of prep time for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And the director they were trying to use for The Hobbit, like, either quit or was fired, I don't know which, like 4 months before they started filming. And so Peter Jackson was brought on for that. I said 4 months. He was brought on a year before And then he had surgery for an ulcer removal. So he lost 4 months of that. Basically, for the trilogy, he had 4 years. For the Hobbit trilogy, he had like 8 months. And so it's like, yeah, it's a little understandable that, you know, he wouldn't have done as good. No years between releases. What do you... I'm confused by that. Because the only thing that, like, kind of makes sense to me is, like... the Hunt for Gollum would happen directly before... the 3 Lord of the Rings movies. But if you're talking about the movies, like, no years between them being released... Oh, actually, did the Hobbit movies come out, like, 1 year to 1 year to 1 year? Was it, like, every year they were putting out one of these out? Whereas, like, for the Lord of the Rings movies, they were more, like, 2 to 3 years between movies? Admittedly, I'm very... I don't want to say new to the series. Like, I've never read the books. I didn't even know about this series or the books until the 3rd one was coming out. When Return of the King got announced, I had a really big Lord of the Rings friend in high school who was like, we gotta go see it. And I was like, oh, I'll watch the other ones first. And then I never did. So the first one I saw was Return of the King. The Hobbit trilogy was a 3-year thing, yeah? Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they had a bigger budget, you know, maybe that would be easier to do, right? I know they tried to do all the filming consecutively for the Lord of the Rings movies, but I don't actually know what their release dates were like. I know... Oh god. Was I in high school or middle school? I think I might have been in middle school when Return of the King came out. Return of the King was... God, was that like 04, 05? Maybe 06? They're on 1 year plus 1 or 2 days. And that spacing is impressive, but I'd prefer a one movie that was 3 hours long. Bro, I was in elementary school, holy. It's weird, that's one of those moments that, like, you think about, and you're just like, shit, that is old and so long ago. Oh god. Anytime I'm like, was I in high school? No, actually it was middle school. It's like, ugh. Cring. I don't like that. Hi, Wrath. Greetings, Yulin the Monster. Our generation is goated. Got the Star Wars prequel trilogy, Lord of the Rings trilogy, holy. So, like, what generation would claim the MCU? Like, was that too big to be claimed by a generation, or is there a group that can solidly claim that? Yulin's a monster? I think that's just something Wrath enjoys doing, Smile. But they come up with a different title for me at the beginning of and end of each stream. Stream. What? Not original? No, I don't think you've used Monster before. Definitely our generation, unfortunately. I mean, like, if you use the standard generations, yes, but the different, like, high school generations. I was out of high school. Well, I think I might have been in high school when Iron Man came out. But other than that, it was all after me. Was there one series that every Gen Z person watched and it was foundational? I feel like it might have been the ending or the finishing MCU movies, but do you like it at least? I do. I do. I think it's a fun thing that you have fun with. I think it's a neat thing you have fun with. Okay, our generation had Harry Potter and Twilight. Zoomers cooked and have nothing. Hunger Games, maybe? Maybe. We did have Harry Potter. Which, my god, that's such a topic now. Gen Alpha Dune Trilogy. They are potentially winning for that one. There's 2 Dune movies out, right? Aren't they, like, really, really good? I've never read the books. I haven't gotten to the movies yet. I'm bad at watching movies, guys. I'm so bad at them. I had friends drag me to the movies in, like, middle school and high school. And after that, I have literally only been to a movie theater a singular time after that. And that was for Aang the Last Airbender. I haven't seen them either. I just like Dune Femboy. Hi, Virtual Roads. I am so sorry for you. Smile. I love Avatar The Last Airbender. It is easily my favorite, just like, series. Cartoon, anime, IP. I just fucking love it so much. You had friends, such a humble brag. I had classmates. No, they were my friends. I don't know. I feel like it's really easy to have friends in school. When I left school, as soon as I graduated from high school, I moved to Missouri for college. And there, I had one friend. And it was literally my college roommate. We were literally like, we had to be friends. All the best media is for millennials. Sure, but the movie? Oh yeah. The movie was trash, so I fucking loved the Avatar series. And when the live action movie got announced, I was like, I know it's gonna be bad. Because live action movies are always bad, right? They're never good. And so, I know this is gonna be trash. I know what the Dragon Ball live action was like. I know what... I think there was some other live action that was just known for being dog shit around this time. I was prepared. I got 5 minutes in Smile, and I was just sinking in my chair, just like, I knew it was gonna be bad, but I didn't know it was gonna be this bad. Oh god. Avatar live action movie is the worst thing I've ever seen. My college roommates hated each other. One was a shedder and his hair was everywhere. Jesus. Here's the crazy thing. Aang the Last Airbender, the live action movie, was actually a commercial success. The money they invested in it and the money it made, they profited substantially. It sold really, really well. And if you ask people about it, they fall into 2 camps. It's exactly the same as the new Netflix show they did. People fucking love it. Unless they have seen the cartoon before it. At which point, they fucking hate it. Oh good, I thought you were saying you liked the Avatar movie. I was going to have to take back all my kisses I've given you. No, I hate it. I couldn't stand it. I remember... God, I sat through the whole thing, but I was upset after that. Because it sold off of the IP and it looked like a college student in the year of 1992. Made it for $50 using 1990 CGI. Well, here's the thing for you, Sue. If you talk to anybody that hadn't seen the cartoon, they will say it's good. They'll be like, wow, it's so creative, it's so cool, what a neat idea. Especially internationally. Internationally, it sold really well. In college, hi Nanoda, I had a roommate from Kenya And I remember, you know, when I went to see it, I brought it up. I was like, yeah, you know, how was your weekend? My weekend was good. Oh, I went to see Aang, The Last Airbender, and she was like, oh, me too. I loved it. And I was like, what? What do you mean you loved it? It was the worst movie I've ever seen. And she was like, what? I thought it was so cool. And I remember, like, we argued. We debated for 5 minutes about how bad it was. And at the end, we said, wait. Have you seen the show? There's a show? Yeah, there's 3 seasons, like 60 episodes of a show that it's based on. And this movie was just the first season, the first 20 episodes. And it's way better. And she's like, oh, okay, I should see that. And then we finished that class, and I don't know if she ever saw it. It's the exact same thing with the Netflix show, where people fell into 2 camps. Either it's trash, or, wow, what a creative thing. This is so unique and nothing like it has ever been done before. What a great story. Have you ever seen the show? There's a show? Okay, there it is. I was okay with the Netflix one. The Netflix one was better than the movie. But I still saw some scenes, like the fight with Boomy, that was like, this is... ugh. They missed so many of the vital and amazing parts of the first season. They didn't even stop at the Divide. What the fuck? Wait, hang on. The Divide wasn't in season 1. At least they put Secret Tunnel in there? Wait, no. The Divide was season 1. They go to a canyon with Toph, but that's not the Great Divide, is it? Or it is, but it's not the Divide episode. I'm wrong there. Wasn't it? I thought the Divide was season 1. I was thinking of Toph, but you're thinking of the Bug episode, the literal episode about the Divide, because it's about the 2 tribes hating each other. Which, I think you're right. I think that one is season 1. I think I got mixed up there. I was thinking of being there with Toph. And so in my head, I was like, that couldn't be season 1. Toph wouldn't have been with them. She wasn't there until season 2. Wait a minute. That's not the episode. Yeah, the movie fucking hard rushed it, because obviously it was trying to do a 2-hour movie out of 20 episodes. So they cut all the fun stuff. They cut all the, like, silly parts of the adventure out, which is fucking awful. And then they just tried to do weird cultural stuff. Like, we need to say their names just different than the show. I can't remember which one was accurate by the Southeast Asian areas that each culture was based on. I think the movie said they were going to be accurate. But then I think people were like, well, that's not actually accurate. The show was. So basically like the Napoleon movie. Yeah, I'm talking about the episode that the 3rd season theater episode jokes that they should have just skipped. Yeah. The 2 tribes, one is like dirty, one is clean freaks. They don't get along. They're arguing over who gets to cross with the tour guide first, because they're not going together. And then Aang is like, hey, you're going together. Then the tour guide gets hurt. And they're all like worried they're gonna die. And Aang totally fucking lies to get them to get along. They tried to fit his entire life in a movie? Yeah. In the Netflix show, I know they did some wonky stuff. I know they said they were making Sokka less misogynistic because, you know, that didn't age well and it doesn't really fit in today's time period. And it was like, you motherfuckers. It didn't fit back then either. And the whole point was that he was wrong and grew and matured from it by getting his ass kicked and getting humbled by Suki and the Kyoshi warriors. It wasn't glorifying misogyny. It was showing how wrong it was. You fucking dumbasses. Once I saw that, I was like, I'm not even gonna bother. And well, no. Once I saw that the two original writers were getting kicked off the Netflix team for creative differences, then I was like, how do you tell the original writer that he's doing it wrong and kick him off your show? That's wild. Once I saw the Sokka thing, then I was like, this is gonna be a fucking travesty. I think people liked it for the most part. I think it was somewhat a success and popular. But man. I hear about stuff like that and I'm like, what the fuck? Italy campaign, crossing the Alps only got mentioned. There was a bunch of unnecessary sex scenes. Huh. Hang on. They were trying to cut down... Hi, non-dairy. They were trying to cut down Napoleon's life to a single 2-hour video. Not even like a long 3-hour or 4-hour movie, but just 2 hours. And they were like, but we also need multiple sex scenes. Jesus. I think Elite fucking loves Napoleon in history. It's like his favorite thing to study that got him into history. And so I bet he saw the movie and was devastated. I really want Ellie to show up because I have like 1 or 2 stories that are relevant to her. Imagine trying to shorten Napoleon's life. Wasn't he short enough? You know what's funny? Apparently he was like average height for men at that time. In that area. He really wasn't that short. But we look at what he was today and we're like, oh my god. Bro. Short complex. Manlet? How tall was he again? I can't remember if he's like 5'4" or 5'6". Apparently for men in that area, back then, that was average. Oh my god, we're at 1.8? What happened? I feel like I blinked and we just zoomed forward a mile. Yeah, that's the thing we do. It's people we consider enemies. Propagandize them as short. I know some people... For some people, it's like a massive thing, and they're like... They can't be considered short, right? So, like, every now and then you see TV personalities just... It's like a thing for them to not be seen as short. I'm forgetting which celebrity is like that. I know for politicians, Ron DeSantis does the whole shoe stuffing thing. Tom Cruise? Yeah, that's who it is. Tom Cruise will, like, make people interviewing him, like, kneel down for interviews. And it's like, bro, what? Yeah, it is a massive thing for those short people. Oh my goodness. He's a tiny man. I don't understand why he... Well, I do understand why he wouldn't want that. Because he wants to be seen as the main character for action movies. And so he wants to be seen as tall and attractive. Tiny men under 6 feet. I'm of the opinion, being short, you get to be the little spoon. And being the little spoon is way better than being the big spoon. If you enjoy the big spoon, great. Hell yeah, good for you. I want to be selfish and be the little spoon. Haven't told people who big spoon like it a lot. Wonder why, sus? Speaking of weird celebrities that care too much about what people think about them, Andrew Tate is getting roasted again. This dude posted a sauna picture. Alright. But only because you asked, but next time I am the little spoon? Nope. Smile, I'm very selfish. I want to always be the little spoon. We can do me little spoon, you big spoon, and then like, I don't know, you laying down getting a lap pillow. I don't want to be the big spoon. Andrew Tate has more money than Drake. Wild world we live in. There's no way he has more money than Drake. There's no way. Hang on. Andrew Tate posted a sauna photo. And it's supposed to be him like in a sauna, I guess relaxing or looking hot. I don't know. The thermostat is on the back wall. And the thermostat was like 56 degrees Fahrenheit. And so he was like, brother, you're in a cold sauna just posing for a picture. Like, you're also sitting on the bottom step for children. What the fuck are you doing? Andrew Tate has like over 750 million US dollars. I hate that for Isu. I hate that. I wish he would just get sentenced to like 18 years already. I'm so tired of his dog ass. He's so fucking ridiculous. And he just inspires the absolute worst in people. We're there. We're in Afaria Port. Side note, I have looked at the housing for BDO. With some of these areas I've been exploring, I've been going into the houses at these towns. And I think the housing in BDO is shit. It looks so bare bones. I mean, like, it's better than nothing. But, like, it just seems so pointless. It's like, you get some furniture pieces that you can put in a single room they give you. I don't know if this is just, like, the apartment feature. And, like, the main housing feature is, like, open world and out on these, like, mountains or something. But, like, the apartments you get in these towns, they look so pathetic. And you open up every single one of them. Like, you go to someone's house in one of these areas. And there's, like, 20 little pets that just pop in all at the same spot. And just start slowly walking around from the same spot. And it's like, so does everybody just have the same 20 pets they put in here? I guess. I do not understand it. The game's still pretty, though. This guy was, like, facing off with children. He's literally, like, sparring and squaring off against this kid. And it was like, bro. You're not gonna get people riled up for this, what? Some of just, like, what the NPCs are doing are so silly. This fucking guy walks into me. Chatterino is still down. It just seems like it doesn't think any stream is online right now. What's another story I saw? There's a Catholic school that was sued by 2 students that they expelled in 2017, I think? Or no, 2020. So basically this school, it had 2 students going there. And, the students posted a picture of them and their friends at a sleepover using their mom's acne cream. So she had this acne cream that was like a green mask, and they tried it out. They all put it on their face, and it's like a shitty 2 a.m. photo from a phone. So the dark green just looks like blackface. It's not the most, like, out of context. It's like, whoa, hey, whoa. But it was literally just, like, a few boys messing around with acne cream. They immediately kicked them out of the school. The 2 boys that attended the school immediately got expelled. We're walking through Zarlet Caverns. And so, this was also, like, after the fact. So, like, the picture was taken in 2017, and then the George Floyd riots happened in 2020, and that's when people brought it back up. They were like, hey, 3 of your students did this 3 years ago. Is this okay? And, the school was like, nope, absolutely not, and kicked them out. And so they sued the school. They were like, hey, reimburse us our tuition. You painted us as racist. You didn't even give us a chance to explain ourselves. And initially the lawsuit wanted $20 million. Which, you know, obviously, that's not fucking worth $20 million. But, you know, you ask high and it gets, you know, brought down. They rewarded, I think it was $1 million. It was like $500,000 for each student. Which, I don't know. It is one of those pictures that, like, it could have been the boys being shitty. They were high school or middle school students. They're very young. Painting them as, like, painting them as, like, racist villains is not cool. They definitely should have been, like, given the chance to be like, hey, explain this? Alright, you need to publicly say it was acne cream. I don't think they should have been expelled. But yeah. Very much, I don't know. I definitely think the school jumped the gun. Did the 2 boys, you know, were they actually being racist or not? I don't know. Probably not, if you ask me, but that was a story I saw a bunch of, like, websites talking about yesterday. I saw it on Reddit, Twitter, and fucking YouTube. You guys aren't ready for this next piece of information. There's a new Overwatch 2 collab that's gonna happen. Guess who they're collaborating with? I'm gonna take a drink. Overwatch 2 is still happening? Fortnite. They're collaborating with Porsche, the car company. There is an official Overwatch 2 Porsche collab coming, which is like, I'm sorry, what? They have come out with a cinematic, and it's D.Va and her mechanic boyfriend. Porsche's okay. And, they get, like, a message that their little headquarters has been hit by a missile. And so they go there, and her mech is destroyed. And then they see that there's like 5 robots coming, and they're like, oh no, what do we do? And Diva looks at her Porsche that she drove there in. You see like the screen go black, and there's like wrench whacking sounds and stars coming out. And then the car has been transformed into her mech. So it's her mech with the colors of the car they were using. And she flies off into peace, and it's like, what the fuck? Okay, cutie. I gotta head off to work. Have a good stream, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, Nondary. I'll see you later tonight, probably. Well, I don't know if I'll see you, but I'll probably talk to you later tonight. I hope work goes fast. Nondary was telling me a story when we were playing, Star Wars, about a coworker of theirs, which is just a total headache and a piece of work. And this guy would, like, go and tell everybody that other people were saying bullshit. And so, like, this guy was trying to explain to them, I don't remember how it was exactly worded, but he was trying to explain emulation to them. And they were like, so emulation is kind of like this or this. What you're describing is like Steam. And this guy's like, what? You're trying to tell me that Steam is emulating games? And they're like, no, not really. And then this guy has just latched onto that for like 2 weeks and been like, everybody's trying to tell me that Steam is emulation. And they're just like, oh my god. What part of, no, that's not what we were telling you, do you not understand? Don't you love people like that? I sure do. You say one thing. They misunderstand it. You explain it to them. And to your face, they will say, oh, okay, I understand. And then you catch them fucking saying the first thing again anyway. It's like, motherfucker. Can't believe Elon hates WoW. Only wants to level alts and never Mythic Plus or Raid again. I never want to do Mythic Plus. I don't think I ever wanted to. No, that's not true. I really wanted to do Mythic Plus, but I want to do Mythic Plus with the same group. I don't want to do it with pugs. I don't want to do it with, like, guildies that changes every week. I want, like, a scheduled Mythic Plus time where me and 4 others are like, this is our Mythic Plus time. We are in sync. We are on the same page. We get our Mythic Plus done then. I want it to be less casual than it is. That's my problem with Mythic Plus. Raids I absolutely want to do again. However, I don't want to go through the experience of, oh, I'm shit in raids because I didn't do Mythic Plus. I fucking hate that so much, Frisu. And that was easily the worst part of Dragonflight for me. Was showing up to raids and being dog water because I didn't run Mythic Plus. You know what, thinking on it now, what if I'm a great fucking healer? It's just Will always outgeared me. An emulator tricks your computer into thinking it is a console by making it run files in a way it normally wouldn't be able to do. You would need to... Actually, I don't know if you were there last time. You would need to be there for the Star Wars conversation here from Nondary. It sounded like such a technical conversation that was, like, on such a, like, pedantic factoid. Pedantic, like, definition of the thing. That this guy was just being fucking annoying with. Do you believe you healed better than Will, or are you coping? No. My god, no. I'm saying, maybe I'm not as bad at healing as I thought I was, Frisu. Because when I healed with Will, when we did the first raid tier, on a like pull where I was pumping, I would do 40k. And Will would do 60k when he was pumping. which didn't feel great, but it didn't feel like the worst thing ever. When we went to Aberrus, I would pump at 50k and Will would pump at like 100 to 120k. And this was like, okay, I'm no longer doing 2/3 of Will. I'm doing half of Will. This is awful. And there was one night in particular where we were really struggling on Sarthorak. Sarthorak. I don't remember if it's an E or an A at the end. And healing was an issue. We could have healed it, but realistically, nobody needed to get hit. And if I had been a better healer, it would have been fine if people got hit by stuff. Sarkareth? Okay. And, after, like, a few wipes, a warrior was like, so, like, is there a reason we're not kicking this shit, monk? Or, like, is it just somebody's girlfriend in the guild? And, like, man, I knew the healing was bad. I was looking at it, and we had Will, we had a priest, and both of them were pumping, like, 120, 130k. And then there's me doing, like, 55k healing. And I saw that, and I was just like, dude, I already felt bad because I knew I was doing really bad compared to these two. But having a pug call it out, just like, I just wanted to quit. I just wanted to leave right there. I pump every pull. Even beat Will in a few fights, pumper gang. Yeah, you make me feel shit at healing, Frisu. Death Knights, and you especially, make me feel bad. Because I'm kind of the camp that, like, hey, a healer should be the top healer. I feel like tanks should require healing. Probably the most healing of the raid. And when a tank is just like, nah, I'll do it myself, that makes me feel bad. So yeah, you were part of it. You were part of the reason I don't play anymore, Frisu. You, Will, the Mythic Plussers. Outhill Will and healers every Mythic Plus and requires 0 healing. You should have been like, I am the whole guilds. I am the whole guilds of bitch. I was fuming at the time, Lost One. At the time, I was already, like, mad and really down on myself because I was like, man, my healing is so low, this feels bad. We'd probably be doing fine if not for me. And when that guy called it out, it was just like, ugh, girlfriend. Hi, Foss. We played V-Rising with Foss a lot yesterday. I'm not having as much fun as I expected to with V-Rising. I am having fun. But, like, every time I played V-Rising in the past, I played it in a group. So anytime we did a boss, it was like the squad rolling up. I don't think I needed to, like, solo bosses. And now, I'm actually needing to solo them and, like, do a lot of stuff on my own. I can ask for help. I can be like, hey, I need help doing this one. And there's been, like, 1 or 2 bosses where people have helped me. But it was more of a, like, hey, I need that boss also. So, like, Sol and I, and then I think Foss and I did Nicholas. I can't remember if there was one other boss I did with people. Oh, we did the fish boss together. But, like, soloing these bosses instead of, you know, rolling up with a squad of 3 or 4 is so much harder. I did pretty good last night. So you went to bed, Foss, and I played for like another 30 minutes to an hour. And I just came across 2 bosses where I was like, oh, this is a boss I need. Well, let's just deal with them. I did it to Tristan yesterday. I remember struggling with Tristan in the past. And I fucking shit on him last night. I don't think he hit me once. Yeah, getting the gamer experience. Lost One thought he could sneak in like he'd been here the whole time. I lost one. He probably has been here the whole time. But your first message is the emulator thing. So you didn't get a high earlier. And I've been sitting here like, wait, did I? Did I? And I just checked. You and rest assured and wow, you are superior to me. Farisa, you're the best person in our guild. Shut the fuck up. Hi, Fosnair. People are also just all over the place in terms of progress as well. I lost Hyjan. You got to win in Plunderstorm before me? Yeah, because I played it before you. Hi, Cairo. I'm just busy. I hope it goes fast, Lost One. Oh, it's the plant higher. Cairo, I saw the most upsetting video yesterday. It was a Stardew Valley video. And it was like, what's up everybody? The new 1.6 update is out, and so a lot of you have probably never played Stardew Valley for the first time, and you're gonna be jumping into it. Here's the mandatory tips you need to know as a new player going into Stardew. Do not mess these up. Number 1, if you get a prismatic shard or a dinosaur egg, don't give them to the museum or sell them right away. You need to use them for this specific thing, and it'll make your life a lot easier. Number 2, like, it was going into, like, sweaty tips. It's like, you need to know for new players, for the first time experience playing Stardew. Number 2, pay attention to the community center. You need to unlock this as soon as possible. Spring 5, year 1. And you need to know, before you sell anything, if you can put it into the community center. If you can, open your inventory, you'll see this icon blinking at the top right, and it was just like, oh god. Oh, you know, casually spoiling the Galaxy Sword epic. Yeah! I didn't even think about that, but yeah, they literally are just like, you need to use the Galaxy Sword to get your, or you need to use the Prismatic Shard to get your Galaxy Sword right away, and it's just like, ugh. Number 1 isn't strawberries. Here's the thing, Lost One. That was probably like number 8 or 7. I closed it at 5. You need to get pants for the stew. It was such a like, wow. This dude has been a fucking Stardew YouTuber for like 2 or 3 years now and just has no concept of a new player playing this game. I fucking hate this video. I should go back and downvote it. That's what I should do. Pants is number 1. Well, time to go pass out. Enjoy your walk. Bye, Smile. Sleep well. I really appreciate you staying up to stay high. But never forget that, like, your sleep and well-being is more important. Yulin, have you used the stairs in Lewis's bedroom? I have not, but I know about it. I know what happens. I'm the type, Cairo, where, like, I can't help but spoil myself. So, like, anytime I get a little bit of information, I get curious about something, I don't, like, wait to see more. I go to the wiki. So, like, there's so many, like, movies or anime or things like that. Hi, Xanther. Where I just, like, I get a little bit and I'm like, I need to know more. And then I just go read the entire wiki. Did we talk about PS and HD2? Is that PlayStation Helldivers 2? We have not today. I'm still hesitant. What Error is talking about is that Sony delisted Helldivers 2 in 177 countries that cannot get PlayStation Network access. And they said, we're not going to do the patch, you don't need to link to PlayStation Network. But they haven't reinstated access for those countries. And we all changed our negative reviews. I say we all, like I ever wrote a review. Everybody changed their negative reviews back to positive. But, like, it doesn't really... It's starting to look like Sony isn't planning... Oh, that was Steam that did that, wasn't it? Nope. Steam is a publisher. And apparently it's a PlayStation Network going through the Helldivers company that's closed it. It was not Steam. Those fuckers tricked us back to review bombing. Typical Soiny move. Speaking of shorts, it's so funny. I read the patch notes the second they dropped, yeah. The patch notes for 1.6 were some of the greatest things. I'm sure you saw Concerned Ape tweeting about it, where he's just like, I'm just gonna post an unhinged patch note every day up until the launch. You can drink mayonnaise. Baby Toss can now crit, and people are like, what the fuck is Baby Toss? What do you mean? It's the weekend tomorrow. I can stay up a little on these days, it's fine, and Icon. Sleep well, smile. Don't downvote it, that counts attraction and will make it trend. No, lost one. Downvoting it on... oh, you're talking about downvoting on YouTube. My enjoyment of stuff isn't changed by spoilies. Same. Same. Oh boy. Oh, that was Steam that did that, wasn't it? Those fuckers tricked us back to review bombing. I mean, you could just buy a global key, but still. Drinking mayo is so hype, though. Easy as fuck early energy on the Animal Farm. You're late. Hi, Proxy. I'm not late. I'm very much on time. I was late to being set up. Thank you, Penis, for tipping $5. Or $10. That puts us at 5 incline. $10 tip, $5 incline. LOL. My penis doing God's work. Hell yeah, Proxy. I know your penis is tired. I know it's been around the block and entertained many people and seen a lot of action. I don't know where I'm fucking going with this. I'm struggling to word it to make it funny. Good morning, everyone, Pat. We're at 3 miles. Roxy's penis doing better financial decided than me. Better financial decisions than me. Don't you get sore from walking every day? Yes. Yes, I actually do. I used to have a problem with blisters. I have since gotten, like, very specific hiking socks that are really thick and I don't get blisters anymore. Admittedly, the nerves in my butt get really, inflamed. And so I have to, like, do a lot of, like, just exercises and stretching throughout the day to, like, kind of work out that inflammation. Doing a hula hoop motion really helps me. It's funny. Specifically, it's a sciatic nerve, usually in my right cheek. And the way you get sciatic nerve inflammation is from 2 things. 1, you don't do enough exercise, and you sit on your butt all day at a desk chair. So I actually had this before I was walking. Every now and then, I would get this really fucking painful, like, nerve pinching that made it hurt to, like, get up from bed or walk around. Now that I walk, I have the reverse side, where I get the same inflammation because I use my butt muscles too much. It's like, God damn it. Oh, I get that. You either get it from being too active or not active enough. And so, I've gone from one to the other, and I'm like, God damn it. This sucks. What really helps with it, Proxy, is just doing hula hoops. Just do 50 in one direction and 50 in the other. Try to do that every 2 to 4 hours. Take it really slow at first. So, like, when you first do it really, really slow, because it's gonna fucking hurt. And as you feel it, like, kind of getting, like, loosened up, as you feel it, like, hurting less, then you start going faster, do it more exaggerated, and then, you know, by the time I'm around 20, I'm just like, all right, let's get these 50 out, and I'm just going fast. Isen. Hi, Ellie. Okay, Ellie's here, so I can talk about this story now. I already sent it to Ellie. I'll massage your butt for you? Hell yeah. If I get that, maybe take a break after day 300 and heal up. I'll tell you, okay, well, here's why I don't take breaks virtual. I know that as a streamer, like, mental health, I should take breaks. And as an exercise, physical, like, well-being, I should 100% take breaks. It's actually really bad that I don't take breaks. I'm causing myself muscle fatigue often. Mentally, I'm fucking weird. I need everything to be routine. The more samey my days are, the happier I am. So, anytime I've tried to do exercise stuff in the past, if I take a day off, it becomes really hard for me to come back to it. And so the reason we don't take breaks is because not taking breaks motivates me. One, I've got the streak going. Two, that's what I did yesterday, that's what I want to do today. If I get to Saturday and it's just like, oh, I don't have to stream today. And then, oh, I don't have to stream Sunday. Monday would come along, and it would be very hard for me to push myself to turn stream on. There's a lot of streamers, they deal with the issue of, like, they get intimidated. They get scared by the go live button. They have to talk themselves into it. And it's very easy for them to just be like, I'll just do it tomorrow, and I'll put it off a day. I just do not have this. When people talk about finding the motivation to hit the go live button, I am just completely unrelatable with this. Because it's something that I look forward to. Me hitting go live is like, yay, I get to do what I did yesterday, and I had a good day yesterday. Yulin presses go live, chat goes late. I can relate to wanting sameness. I crave sameness. I could eat the same foods, play the same games, do the same tasks every day. And I would be happy doing that. Like, genuinely, I would be happy doing that. For a lot of people, that's very difficult. It's one of those things is like, as a streamer, it absolutely works to my benefit. Because Twitch and the algorithm and just growth, they love streaming every day at the same time, and they love streaming the same game every day. So, like, variety streamers, it is really, really hard to grow as a variety streamer without being, like, big already. If you have 500 viewers plus, you can be a variety streamer without much problem, because people are coming to you for you. If you're less than 100, you're either streaming as a hobby, or you're doing it on hard mode. It's just like, that is what it is. Some people can still grow. Some people absolutely can still grow, but it's just so much harder. It's hard to keep a proper average with variety, I agree. With focusing on one game, you're not pulling on your own brand recognition. You're pulling on the game. And if you start connecting yourself to that game, you start pulling from their recognition. So, like, let's say Path of Exile. If they have a patch, people want to watch Path of Exile streamers. They want to learn about Path of Exile. If you're somebody well-known in Path of Exile as being the Path of Exile streamer, you rise and fall with their patches. And so if Path of Exile has a good patch and everybody's into it, your stream blows the fuck up. And that's the goal with a lot of new streamers, a lot of new content creators, is invest themselves really hard into a game so that you become known for this game. This is why Ninja blew up so much. because he connected himself to Fortnite. He became the Fortnite streamer. And when Fortnite blew up as much as it did, Ninja blew up as much as he did. Sometimes this backfires. A lot of people went in hard with Smite. And Smite never really took off. And so there were people that, invested 1 to 3 years of, just content creation into Smite. And because the game never, really took off and got super popular, their streams essentially didn't. I know of a guy. He is trying to connect himself to Ashes of Creation. And this dumbass has had to build his brand around... This channel is built around a game that literally doesn't exist. Because he's, been a decently sized YouTuber now, with thousands of followers, making, weekly videos. Or 3 videos a week, for a game that's in fucking pre-alpha. And he's like, God, how did I fucking get here? Wow, my favorite walking friend. Hi, Jan. You presses go live, chat goes late. I can relate to when he's saying this. I just did a presentation at work for 50 people for an hour and a half, and I'm drained. I'm an extrovert, but the non-stop talking kills me. Any life change I take in tiny baby steps? Hi, Q. Oh, look at this. Started to keep a proper average with variety, I agree, but I don't have that one game to focus anymore. Not gonna lie, that game is dead on arrival if they stick to PvP being the endgame gear gameplay loop. If you're talking about Ashes of Creation, I don't think they are. They very much want crafting to be the endgame. If they wanted PvP to be the end game, that's the first I'm hearing of it. Okay. Ellie's story and then Kairo's story. Yeah, they tried the best reagents to being in PvP. Okay, well, Frisu, I'm wondering if that's the best in everything, or that's just one endgame reagent in PvP. And so PvP players have something to contribute to the endgame gear. Everything? Ugh. I'm wondering if it's because that's fine to me if it's you do lumberjacking, and you level that up, you can get the best lumberjacking reagent. You do mining, you can get the best mining reagent. You do PvP, you can get, a weekly PvP region or something based on, souls collected or whatever, yada yada. And for the absolute best gear, you need a bit of everything. I'm fine with that. But if it's all the best stuff is in all the PvP areas, ew, fuck that. Ellie's story, then Kairo's story. So, I saw a video yesterday. Eurovision is going on. And at one point, the host was like, hey everybody, make sure you get the Eurovision app. I'm pretty sure everyone around me has it already, right? Everyone have it? And the crowd around her is like, yeah, woo, yay, we have the app. And she goes, let me show it off you. You've got your phone, right? Do you have the app up? This guy's like, yeah. She goes, here, let me show your phone. And she's talking at the camera like, this guy has the Eurovision app. It's on his phone. He can see all the events, all the schedules, everything through the app. He gets cool information that, you'll only see in the app. He then gets a fucking Grindr notification. And, immediately the guy fucking freezes. And is just like, oh no. And the crowd around him is just like, was that fucking Grindr? Huh? Hey, yo, my man. They all fucking knew instantly. And here's the better part. It starts going off. It's just 1 notification, 2 notifications, 5 notifications. And this poor guy, he just looks like he wants to die. He's just like, well, this trip had been fun, and now it is the most embarrassing moment of my life. As everybody's like, my man, let's go. And this host is just like, oh, it looks like you have a very exciting weekend going on. That's so many notifications. Here's your phone back. No. I'm associating Ellie with Grindr. Because Ellie has Grindr. And she talks about it, not somewhat often, but somewhat often. His wife was next to him? Oh, no. Hang on. If his wife was next to him, she would have fucking heard his phone before. No, I'm kidding. I was like, hang on. Hold on, why is he upset? No, you have a different story, Cairo. Your story is about public speaking. And it's your story because I thought of it because you just had your public speaking thing, your presentation for 50 people. He's upset because he's probably DL. I mean, it was on international TV also, and like, now he's the Grindr guy. Oof. The funnier thing to do would be to mute the camera. That happened, that poor man. After that, okay, so that's the Ellie story. Just this guy's Grindr blowing up on international TV. You guys should have a similar competition where the states come up with songs. Good lord. Cairo, you mentioned speaking to 50 people for an hour and a half. When I was in college for my second degree, they had one class that was basically like build up your portfolio by doing an internship. It was a 6-month, usually paid internship that was required through the class. And so I lived in Dallas, and in the Dallas area they have the DCCCD schools, which is like 7 schools that are all affiliated with each other, which lets them specialize in some classes. Because like, instead of offering more general things that work for everybody, they can be in each other's network and be like, oh, you needed this really specific class in this field? Well, this school of the 7 offers it, so you'll take this class to there. My internship was done through Cedar Valley College. Basically, they needed a map of sustainability for geographic information systems. And so I worked on this. Made a ton of different maps looking at a bunch of different demographics. And when I first started working on this, they were like, hey, just so you know, we're going to need you to present on this information at a later date. And I fucking hate, I hate public speaking. I hate presenting. But I'm actually really good at it. When I was in 4th grade, my dad fucking drilled it into me. And so I'm like, I'm actually kind of kick-ass when it comes to public speaking. I just hate fucking doing it. And so when the person I was doing the internship was talking about that, I was like, no biggie, fine. I'm good at public speaking. I imagine this is more of just like a school thing, where she just wants me to explain it to her and maybe her boss, and, you know, make sure we're all on the same page. Easy! The fucking day before, or the week before, she's like, hey, by the way, we're speaking on this day. And I was like, okay, cool. 6 days go by, I've been practicing it on and off, I'm all ready. The day before, she's like, you good? You ready? It's tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, no worries. And she's like, well, I want you to worry a little. There's going to be, you know, a lot of people there. And I was like, what do you mean a lot of people? She's like, well, you're going to give it to the board of administrators. Did I not tell you? The president of the college is going to be there. The CFO of the nearby energy company is going to be there. The mayor of fucking Dallas is going to be there. This is a group of people that is, like, very invested and is, you know, potentially sponsoring us based on what we're doing with projects like this. And I'm like, I'm sorry. No, I did not know I was speaking to the board of fucking administrators. Hi, Bits. I did not know I was going to be speaking to 25 people that, like, I can literally Google them and see a picture of them. Are you kidding me? And she's like, yeah, if you didn't know this, like, is this going to be okay? And I was just like, I took a deep breath and I said, this will be fine. And so I didn't sleep that night. I literally just practiced another like 8 hours. I drive to the school the next day. And I'm fucking a nervous wreck. I'm like literally shaking and just practicing in the hallway before. And she's like, Yuland, are you okay? You look like you're really freaking out. And I was just like, I really don't like public speaking. And I'm a little... Fuck you, Yuland. Yeah. I'm a little, just, nervous. But don't worry, I got this. We go into this meeting, and there's 2 students, me and another student. The other student was basically, like, just there on a full scholarship. And part of her scholarship was present about how smart you are and how good you're doing in your classes. And so she goes first. And she gives this presentation about, like, classes are going great. I've got straight A's. I'm smart. And everybody's just like, yay, good for you, yay. Like, no one really cared. Nobody was mean, but it was just like, yeah, you're doing great in classes. Good for you. I go up, and I give, like, an 8 to 10 minute presentation about, who I am, why I'm doing this. What the project is, what it's relevant to, how it's useful to you. I have, like, all these visuals for all the maps I'm going over. And everybody is just fucking leaning forward in their chairs. This is like, holy shit, multi-million-dollar tool they can use for their businesses. Everybody's just like, hold on, a fucking student made this? Oh my god. At the end, I'm like, does anybody have any questions? Questions went for 20 fucking minutes. They thought it was the best thing ever, and eventually one of them had to be like, okay, just everybody stop. We actually need to go forward with the meeting, like what we came to talk about. Is this information, like, readily available to you? And I was like, yeah, it's all online. We'll provide a link for you. You can look at it whenever you want. And this is just the starter steps. This will be improved on by future students. And, like... They fucking... I know this is, like, turning out to be, like, that happened, but they, like, literally just fucking clapped for a minute straight, and I'm just like, guys, stop clapping, I want you to stop, please. Part of it was just a group of boomers that just didn't know about this technology. A group of boomers that, like, they just didn't know you could do half of this stuff. But this presentation could not have gone better, and at the end of it, I sat in for the rest of the meeting, basically just as they talked about nearly everything that was in my fucking maps for their own projects, and, like, where Dallas and the Dallas area was, like, moving towards and what they needed to focus on. And it was just, like... I remember once it was done, once I got into it, I really eased up, because I was like, oh, they're clearly liking it. And then after that, I was just like, oh, thank God that went so well. I was fucking sweating bullets before that. The US should have a similar competition with states. Does America not make songs? Or do I just not understand Eurovision? America isn't on Eurovision, but Australia is, ArcGIS gang. The songs in Eurovision are explicitly made for the competition. Oh, do countries compete against each other in Eurovision? Yes. Yes, they do. Eurovision is also where the epic sax guy came from. The doot, 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 doot. That was Eurovision, I think. At the VA hospital, you'll mute it. I'm here for chat. Ellie. Yes, it's like a sports event, but with songs. Oh my lord. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. America has a lot of different sports teams, but not really much competitive arts. I know what you are. No sleep, yeah. It's entertaining, but kind of cheesy, too. It's very cheesy. Farisu, best song wins. It's just a cute and smart bean. That's awesome. Glad it went well. You need those W's to build confidence in terms of public speaking? I'm confident in public speaking. I just hate being the center of attention with people I don't know. It's weird. I never thought I'd, like, enjoy streaming and whatnot, but when I was in 4th grade, my school had a public speaking assignment. It was like every every student had to do this. And I think it was like an every 4 years thing nationwide. I don't really remember or understand what it was. But I was in 4th grade. And basically, we had to select from about 30 to 50 different stories to read from, or we could select our own, but it would be approved by the teacher. And I picked one of the stories that was just, they gave us. And when my dad learned about it, he fucking was like, this is the only thing I care about in life right now. He literally bought a tape recorder and would made me like practice at home and play it back. I had to memorize it. I had to time it. Like I would go through it and he would be like, Yuland, you're shooting for 3 minutes. You were speaking fast. You did it in 2:20. Try and slow it down. Go again. And like, I was actually getting really mad at my dad. Like, he would make me practice and I'd start crying because I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. You keep just saying one more time. I hate you. And he was like, it's important, come on. Were you rushing or dragging? Probably both at some point. I ended up getting like really mad and my mom was like, you need to knock it off, to my dad. And he was like, no, it's important. The day actually comes where I have to present. And there was one moment where I forgot something, but I basically just thought on it and it looked like a good pause. I got 100% on this. And like, nobody else even compared to me. Nobody else had a father that took this as seriously as mine did. So everyone else was just like, try and memorize it. I think you weren't supposed to read from it, but like some kids just did. I went up there, had it memorized, had good eye contact, took the amount of time, no mistakes. I wasn't doing things like, I wasn't saying words like that. I just fucking killed it. And this is really funny. After that, they took the sentence, or not the sentence, they took the student that did the best in each class. So my school had like 100 kids per grade, so 25 kids per class. And they were like, okay, Yuland, you did the best in class 3. So now you're going to present in front of the chapel to the whole elementary school. So grades 1 through 5, you're going to present in front of all of them. And then we're going to pick the best 5th grader, the best 4th grader, the best 3rd grader, and the best 2nd grader. I don't know if they were doing that whole range. But we're going to take the best from each grade, and then they're going to go compete at a state level. And I was like, do I have to? She's like, what? I guess no, you're not getting graded for it. And I was like, I'm not doing it. And she's like, whoa. Don't you want to do this? I was like, no, I don't want to speak in front of the whole elementary school. No. And she was like, well, you did so well. I just thought you would have wanted to. I was like, I only did so well because my dad was a jerk and made me practice for like 50 hours. I don't want to do this. If I'm not getting graded, I'm not doing it. And she was like, okay, I guess we just won't have a kid from class 3 and one of the other classes will win. I guess. My dad found out about that. And I actually went home and I was like, actually, if I don't tell my dad about this, he won't know. But if I tell him, he's going to make me practice and participate. Mom, you can't tell Dad. And she was like, well, you got to tell your dad. I was like, you cannot tell Dad. I will hate you if you do. She was like, I don't want my son to hate me, so all right, we're not telling Dad. Dad finds out like 2 weeks later. I think he saw like a newsletter from the school. He's like, hey, I saw that the kids were presenting like in front of the elementary class. Like, you said you did really good, right? And I was like, it's too late. I can't do it anymore. And he's like, what do you mean by that? They asked me if I wanted to and I said no, so I'm not participating. And he was like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? And I was just like, I'm not doing it, dude. He wasn't like, gonna punish me or anything, but he was just so, like, disappointed. He wanted me to go and do it. There's a competition decided on countries, and it goes to Eurovision. And plays 2 times on the country of the previous winner or another if they can't host it, like how with Ukraine. It was a... What did I miss? Are you rushing or dragging? Whiplash reference. Is that a Whiplash reference? I thought that was just, like, a music reference. Because I see rushing or dragging all the time with, like, drums. Shut up and repeat. What he would say, Jan, is he would say, do it one more time. Just one more time. You didn't do this one perfect, so do it just one more time. But he would do that 5 to 10 fucking times in a row. No, I know what you are. Both perspectives are understandable, both you and your dad. They were. And I love my dad. I get along very well with him. And, like, I see why he pushed me that hard. And I hate to say this. He was kind of right to, because it has made every fucking class that ever has public speaking in it a lot easier for me after the fact. There was like 3 or 4 classes I had to present for my GIS degree. There was like fucking 10 classes I had to present for my biology degree. Being able to have those presentation skills has been like a godsend. In one of my GIS classes, we had to read a book and then actually plot out the path they took in the books. So you could do a fictional book like Lord of the Rings, but you'd have to get like a map and then put it into a GIS system and then actually plot out the route they took. It'd be a lot easier if you just did a real life book. I did the book for, I think it's Turn Right at Machu Picchu. So I was looking at the Machu Picchu mountains in Peru and mapping that out. And I found, like, because I had all this public speaking experience from, one, I took a class in college, but even more so from my father, I was, like, the perfect student for this. The class was kind of set into 2 groups. One group that was fresh out of high school, that, like, couldn't go to university, so they went to a community college. And then there was the other group that was, like, 40-year-olds and older that wanted to change their career. And so they were, like, you know, going to their job and then coming to classes. I was in the middle. I had been to university and then was now going to community college. And I had all this, experience from my dad teaching me public speaking. The high school kids, they had really good graphics. Their technical know-how of the GIS systems and, like, PowerPoint and presenting, awesome. It was great. They had really good-looking presentations. But their speaking skills, good lord, they were trash. They were going up with note cards, just hunching over and just reading straight from the note card. And it was just like, oh, dude, this is... oof. I remember being in the back row, and there's just one kid just mumbling the whole time. No clue a single word he said. And the teacher would be like, I need you to speak up. And that would, like, derail his concentration. And he'd, like, get flustered and start stuttering. And within 10 seconds be muttering again. And the teacher would be like, I need you to speak up. Just rinse repeat for 8 minutes. The older generation, they had been, you know, presenting stuff to, like, coworkers or in past experiences for a long time. They knew public speaking. But their graphics, I don't think half of them understood the software we were working with. Their actual data was so trash. But my God, were they good at public speaking. And I was like that perfect balance in the middle where I was good at both. I hate I hate that one of my best skills in life is public speaking. Because it's so uncomfortable and nerve-wracking. I just look confident when I'm doing it. Only thing about Whiplash is the one yelling sing. What was a Scooty vs. Meme version? Now I know. And something similar. Because I didn't want to wear a skirt at the end of the 3rd grade school party. My teacher's like, but he's so good at it. Oh no. Were you edging or were you gooning? Yeah, that one. No, I don't want to wear a skirt, and that was it. Yeah, my coworkers are mega nerds with no riz. Were you uncomfortable when starting streaming? I think I had more to worry about. No, I wasn't uncomfortable with it when I started. Although I would get very, like, upset over technical issues. When things didn't work the way I wanted to, I was very much like, oh no, this thing isn't working. The stream is ruined. Somebody's gonna come in and see this and they're never gonna show up again. I'm so fucking scuffed and amateur at this. Oh no. And now it's like, I'll fucking live. I'll be okay. I don't like it when scuff happens, but it's pretty easy to get over it. Fuck it, Weeball. Was I actually, like, uncomfortable with speaking in front of everybody? No. I've been something we call streamer adjacent for like 4 years. So I've been around a lot of streamers. I have a lot of friends who've been streaming for a long time, and I'm constantly on their stream. I'll play like Raft, V Rising. I got one of them to play World of Warcraft with me. Did we do Divinity on stream? We started a Divinity run on stream. I have a lot of friends who just, you know, they'll stream and I'll be with them. Some of them have, you know, an average of 10. Some of them have an average of 30. Sometimes they've been rated and had like 200 viewers. I've been hanging out with Foss once when I think he got rated with 500. And it was just like, I remember having that thought of like, oh, I am in front of a camera and there's 500 people looking at me right now. That's a little nerve-wracking. But when that happened, I was like a background character. I was like, I don't need to be doing anything to be entertaining. I can just stand here. And Foss is entertaining them. They might notice me, but I don't need to be like, I didn't need to be performing in any way. And so that got me through at that moment. But then when I started streaming and being like the streamer, I already had this mentality of like, yeah, it's not that big a deal being in front of a lot of people, being in front of a lot of eyes. And it's been such a positive experience, Virtual Roads. I did it to like, 1, earn some extra money, and 2, get in shape. Those were the 2 goals. I did not think that it would be, I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. I didn't think I would be like looking forward to stream time. And I didn't think that I would make as many friends when I streamed. I've kind of realized that there's a lot of people who, they're very much like me, and that they want to hang out and spend time with people, but they aren't always like, they're not always the type to readily invite other people to stuff. And so for me, I love playing games with people. I will always play co-op over solo stuff because I just like spending time with people. That's way more fun than the actual game itself. But I don't reach out to others. I almost never invite people to play stuff with me. And so streaming is like, if I'm not actively playing a game with people, I can go to a stream because it's like an open invitation to come hang out with somebody. Streamers really, really like it when you talk in their chat, because that's it makes their stream better. It's entertaining to them. And so I was that for a lot of streamers. Where it was like, I was looking for the, I guess, entertainment of a conversation. And they were digging me because they were getting entertained. Now that I'm streaming, I see a lot of people doing the same thing. Where, like, they don't actively reach out to others that often. But streaming is an open invitation to come hang out and interact with people. But was I uncomfortable when I started streaming? Nah. Not really. Well put. Thank you. Guys, we're gonna finish this video at 4.8. That big building right there, this big spiky footstool looking thing, that's Avarice. And we're not going to get there in 0.5 miles. I am so bad at asking people to hang out. Lost One, you fucking are. Because you don't do the, hey, let's hang out. You do the, you never would have hang out with me. We played a game and you'll never talk to me again. I'm like, you motherfucker. I love you, Lost One. Why do we keep getting I in the something? I don't know, villains like building big spiky towers. Hi, Least One. What other stories did I have? So, the Dark Souls game, Another Crab's Treasure. The Dark Souls-like. That's very cute. It's about a crab looking for the perfect shell. It has a journalist mode. It has an option to make the game easier to give your crab a gun. So what this does is give your crab... he puts his butt that doesn't have a shell, he puts it in, like, the stock of the gun. And anytime you attack, he leans forward, and the gun just fires forward, and it one-shots everything. Just anything in the game, it can one-shot. Bosses, one-shot. And so, people are calling this journalist mode. Because journalists are so bad at video games, they need it to go through the game. And it just looks so stupid. But, like, I don't know, for this game in particular, it's so fitting. Because it's designed to be tough. It can handle things like a gun being in it, but it's also just cute and silly. So just having a big fucking gun on you is, like, not that out of place aesthetically. It's not like you put an AK-47 in Elden Ring. You know, heck, journalists. I am sympathetic to them, Zuby. Because it's a tough job. They are expected to write 10 articles a week. And that's like, you know, in a 40-hour work week, that's like an article every 3.5 hours. Why is the S word forbidden now? I feel like bitch is worse. What's the S word? Oh, simp? Because people are dumb and we're complaining and Twitch listened to them and... I also feel like bitch is worse. But people are being sensitive about simp, so... can't say it in a malicious tense anymore. Like I said, it's on the same level as... I would disagree with Koyo there. Which also makes no sense to me. The only cracker I know is food. The other cracker, Zuby, is white people. So it is inherently racist. When you call someone a cracker, that is racist. Now, it's racist in that you're just treating somebody differently based on their race. It is not racist in that it drags up a lot of trauma and history of inequality. So, when people say it's the same as other very not okay slur words, they're being dumb and disingenuous, but it is racist. Simp doesn't deal with race. And so in my eyes, it's just ridiculous that that one's banned. But people were upset about it. I think part of it also... Actually, here's what I really think about Azubi. The reason simp is banned is because simp is specifically about people, usually guys, that support someone that they can't get with, but they think by supporting them they have a chance at getting with them. So, very often, somebody who gives a lot of money to female streamers, thinking like, hey, maybe this will woo them, maybe this will impress them, and they'll eventually like me and I can be with them. But, you know, realistically, that almost never works out, and not how it goes. And people make fun of those people, call them simps. Now, if you were Twitch, you ran a business of people paying money to be entertained by individuals, by streamers, and you don't want them to feel like they have to give anything back, you would want to, like, get rid of the culture of, like, the mentality of making fun of people that give money on Twitch. If you're Twitch, you want to make it not okay to make fun of the people that give money to these streamers and Twitch gets a cut of it, right? So think of it in that terms. Think of it in that, like, regard. If they ban the word simp, if they make it not okay to make fun of people for being simps, then people will be less self-conscious, people will be less embarrassed to give money as freely. Whereas, like, if they have a culture of making fun of it, if somebody gave, like, $5, and, you know, 5 people in chat were like, lol simp, lol simp, lol simp, and that person was like, oh, I got made fun of because I did this, won't be doing that again. Well, Twitch is sitting there going, whoa, 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 hey, no, we like it when you give $5. We want you to do that again. We want you to do that more. That's why the word simp is banned on Twitch. Because it literally affects their bottom line. Sorry, everyone in my head, just like the word weeb. To be forgiven in the anime manga scene? I mean, yeah, kinda. If there was an anime convention... Mr. Yoon, BRB hungry. Okay. I hate people. Zuvi, I don't think it's that complicated. If there was an anime convention, and people went to this convention, and, like, cosplayers showed up, and anybody that was not in cosplay started pointing and laughing at all the people in cosplay and being like, weeb! Look at the fucking weeb, nerd! Oh my god, they actually dressed up as Naruto, fucking weeb. The convention would, like... They would kick those people out. They would be like, you don't get to fucking make fun of our cosplayers. Because cosplay is a big revenue driver for conventions. People show up to conventions to see cosplay people. And if you allow a culture that makes fun of cosplayers at your event... that makes money from cosplayers, like, you're literally just driving away your profits. You're literally just allowing people to make fun of the people that are making you money. They're not going to come to your convention. Thus, people aren't going to come to your convention for the cosplayers. You're going to make less money. It is very much like... It makes perfect sense, Zubi. Like, banning the word simp was just like... Duh. Of course they did. I hadn't thought of it like that, but, like, in describing it, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, hold on. Of course they banned it. Hey man, I like Boruto's dad. I'm so fucking sad, guys. We're at 4.93, and this is like the stairs to the end. I think if I hadn't paused it and showed Proxy the hula hoop stuff, we would have made it. It does make sense for them. I'm not denying that, but it feels so... It does feel kind of pathetic. It does feel like, really? It's just a word. But... I think if they hadn't banned it, it would have become more of a thing. I think they banned it because they saw, like, a tangible, like, correlation between the word simp and people stopping giving money. I'm cheating! I'm cheating! Five miles. Does make sense for them. Good for them. Less wasted money. What video is this? This is Guild Wars 2. I'll finish out this video. I'm not gonna reset it back to the start, but I will finish this one out. Pretty quiet mod check. Where is everyone? Diabolical move. I can't believe Zuby is the type of person to be like, dead chat. Oh my god. Some days are just quiet, Zuby. It's okay. That means you get me all to yourself. And you can talk about it. You can talk about whatever you want. No, it's just unusual. It is. But like, I'll tell you right now, when you go pretty quiet, mod check, where is everyone? A lot of people will look at that and be like, yeah, I know I have a dead chat, dude. You didn't have to fucking say it out loud. Yulin is all mine now. I want you to know, Zuby, that's the type of thing you should say in Twitch chat. Good night, Yulin. Hi, Elder. Bye, sleep well. Bro, Zuby, I'm busy, chill. Jam_Montiwa. Twitch has rules. I didn't take a shot at anyone. You didn't take a shot at anyone. But you need to think... What I'm saying is you need to think about how that makes people feel. If you say that to a streamer who doesn't have a chat moving, a lot of people might feel like, dude, why is chat gone? Where is everybody? What am I doing wrong? Normally I have an active chat and nobody's talking. And when you go, pretty quiet, mod check, where is everybody? You are essentially saying dead chat. It's one of those things that, like, I know, Zuby, I know you didn't do it maliciously, but that's the type of thing that could make someone feel really bad. I'm sitting here like, it's Friday, people are preparing for the weekend. There's maybe that solar storm affecting it. Like, I can't see Chatterino right now. So that might be affecting it. Like, normally the people that are listening through Chatterino just can't watch today. And it's also like, it's a one-off thing. If this happened 7 days in a row, I'd be like, oh, what is happening to my stream? If we had 7 days of lower viewership or lower chatting than usual, I'd be like, hey, what's going on? Why is this consistent? But one day, I'm fine. I just stated the situation. I know, Zuby. I know. Twitch also has the worst moderation system. An Ohio sheriff called my 18th birthday party a sausage fest. Same vibe. Certain female streamer has 9 fucking bands and still isn't permabanned. It's me. Alright, I forgot about that. Is it all over the USA or just in parts? I think it's most of the US. Apparently I'm in the field. Kisu was saying I should be able to see the Northern Lights today, and I was just like, I will probably be asleep. What other stories did I have? 0 days. Can I do a 0? I can't do a 0. 0 days since Niji Sanji drama. Reset the counter. So Niji Sanji did a sponsored stream recently with 2 of their members, Kuzuhae and Kanae. I don't know if I'm saying those names right, but the 2 of them were doing a sponsored stream with an energy drink company. The energy drink, yep. And it was a nice chill stream. They were liking it. It was going well. Everybody's comfy. Let's not, make this worse. Talk about any of the drama. Let's just have a nice discussing energy drinks stream. And Niji Sanji's staff was like, well, these are energy drinks. Thus, this stream is supposed to be high energy. This isn't good enough. Put alcohol in the energy drinks. And so they mixed the energy drinks with alcohol, which is not a good idea. I had to take a call. I don't know what we're talking about, LOL. We were talking about Twitch etiquette, let's call it. Good lord. I don't know if they told the streamers or if they just mixed it behind their back. I don't know on that bit. I'm not going to say they didn't know and fucked with these streamers that way, though I would not be fucking surprised. What I didn't do? No, they had to know. Because, after this happened, a bunch of kids in Japan went and started mixing energy drinks and alcohol. Young adults who were probably old enough to drink, but probably a lot that weren't old enough to drink. And they started having, like, seizures, heart palpitations. Really fucked up from people being too young and fucking mixing energy drinks and alcohol. It happened to such a degree that the Ministry of Health in Japan had to put out a public service announcement that's like, hey, don't mix energy drinks and alcohol. If you really want to, there's like dosages and amounts you can look up online. Do not drink if you're underage. Do not mix it on your own, like, decisions. Like, don't do it. You'll end up in the hospital. And now this sponsor is just like, they're also doing stuff like, hey, we didn't tell them to mix alcohol with our energy drinks. Our energy drinks are perfect the way they are. Please continue to buy our products, please. Oh no, they had it on a PowerPoint presentation thing. It was like a suggestion from them. Ah, okay. They're just trying to have a good time. Oh no, it's a general thing, Yulin, not just age. I know that it was a lot of kids doing it. I was geeked off a couple of cups of coffee this morning, woo. You shouldn't mix it even as an adult. My understanding is that you shouldn't mix it as an adult, but like, there's some people that are just gonna do it anyway. But like, my understanding is that some kids were going and doing it. It's very much a like, good lord. A lot of people, there was a spike in people in the hospital for doing this. And Niji Sanji, they just can't stop themselves from fucking up. Yeah, I used to have them Jaeger Red Bulls, disastrous. Oh god. Mixing uppers with downers is super dangerous. Limbo contestant victim. I saw a trailer for a game. I miss Old Four Loko. I can't drink alcohol. My sense of taste is so bad that I can't, like, stomach swallowing any alcohols. It touches my mouth and I'm just like, ugh. But you guys have heard the stuff I've tried. Science has postulated the existence of a theoretical fifth loco. I saw a video game trailer for a game called Questmaster. It looks like a game where you build dungeons. And then you get to run them or like send them to your friends. Kind of like Mario Maker. But you're designing more of a like 2D top-down dungeon. You need Sojo in your life? Soju? I do need to try Soju. I don't know. It's one of those things where like, honestly, it's working out better for me not having it, right? I'm not spending money on it. I haven't had any like crazy benders. I miss out on some stuff in VR chat where I'm like, man, I wish I was drinking for this. But like, when you look at like the numbers, it's like I really have only benefited from it. Soju will sneak up on you. I say after drinking 2 bottles effortlessly, Lamau. Mead. Oh, true, if you're sober, stay away. I've been drunk once. I think I told you. I broke my Oculus Rift 2 weeks after they discontinued it. That was the one time I've been drunk. There is no benefit to starting alcohol. Yeah, but when you're in a drinking world and you see everybody having so much fun, it's real hard. It's real hard. Another trailer I saw, Halo Infinite expanded multiplayer. I don't think I ever played Halo Infinite, so I don't even know what expanded multiplayer means. Is this the Halo game that came out with like only the campaign and no multiplayer? And that's finally happening? I drink quite regularly for like 10 years. And I've now been sober a year in my life. Physical health has improved immensely. Hell yeah. I came out with only multiplayer and no co-op campaign. Oh, okay. That's... Why did they even come out? Why wouldn't they just wait for all of it to be done? That's so weird. I don't like alcohol at all. Yeah, but Zuvi, you don't like fun. You don't like people having tattoos. I'm not into bitter taste, no coffee. The game is good now for all 5,000 players. Ah, one of those. Yeah, not liking tattoos is an L, not going to lie. He says, you wish. I saw that there was a trailer for Daisy... Shit, was it Frontline or Frostline? I think it was Frontline expansion. Daisy is having an expansion. I can kind of feel that in a different way. I never played Daisy. I always get it confused with like Daisy, Warzy. I think there's some other one that I was like, I can't tell the difference between them. But yeah, those are the 3 game trailers I saw. Well, 4. Questmaster, Overwatch 2, Halo Infinite, and Daisy. I have 2 tattoos, and sometimes I kind of wish I didn't. About a cute game that came out like 2 weeks ago. Welcome back, Jan. Did you see Little Kitty Big City, Cairo? It's a little idle game that sits in the bottom of your monitor. Is it the one all the streamers are doing? Because I have a few friends playing a new idle game that their viewers can connect to. Can I drop a link? You can, yes. Oh, didn't know you had tattoos? Little Kitty, Big Titty, what? Little Kitty, Big City. C-I-T-Y. Rusty's retirement? It's, so Zuvi, Little Kitty Big City It looks like, well, it plays like Stray, where you play as a cat in a city. But it looks like, what is a game that it looks like? It's not quite as pretty as Stray is. But it's very much a game about just going around a city and being a fucking cat. Hey, strong. Yeah, they're meh. Tattoo gang, small cute girly tattoos, ooh woo. Kinda wanna see it now. They have a band tattoo. And what was the other one? I forget what the other one was. One was a star that people are like, is this a star me? Star U-shaped compass? Oh, that's what it was. Oh god. And the other is a Modest Mouse tattoo. Doxed. Does that dox you? Not really. I feel like Modest Mouse is big enough that, like, most people have maybe not heard of them, but, like, it sounds a little familiar. Maybe they just hear Modest Mouse and they're like, wait, am I thinking of Dead Mouse? Star you, Modest Mouse? I've literally seen people with identical tattoos. Oh, no. If I got a tattoo, you all know what it would be. It would be the tramp stamp, and I'd want something really cool. Something that's, like, so unique, but just is super awesome. I'd want, like, Bowser, but he's, like, surfing. And there's, like, a wave under the surfboard. And, like, he's that's not cool enough. He's, like, playing guitar while surfing. And it's like a double neck guitar. And, like, he's playing it, and, like, you know he's playing it because, like, notes are coming out of it. But while he's playing it, he's, like, he's wearing sunglasses. And he's, like, tipping his sunglasses down and, like, winking at the person looking at it. And, like, there's a big pot leaf behind it. But my mom was also religious, so behind that, there's a cross. Because my mom was religious. Shut the fuck up, you. It's kind of fun. Float On is a good song. Yeah, I've got the balloon and anchor from We Were Dead. I have no idea what those are. Alright, go to your DMs, Jan. Shut the fuck up, you. Okay. Well, look, I love Whitest Kids You Know. And that's one of their best sketches. Happy birthday, Rick! What I basically just said was an entire Whitest Kids You Know sketch about a guy drunkenly showing up to a tattoo parlor. And for 3 minutes, the tattoo guy is trying to convince him to... He's too drunk, he's in no state to get a tattoo, get out. But he's being annoying. And so, eventually he just goes, fuck it, let's get you a tattoo, happy birthday, Rick! And, like, I don't know about you guys. I think it would be pretty fucking awful to just wake up with a hangover, and that is a tattoo. Oh, wait. No, okay. I'm right. I'm right. Flying. Behavior. Auto level. I moved a bit. This is now camera 1. Ah, there you are. You guys need music. I actually have one more story in my notes that I didn't cover. And we'll talk about it once I sit down. And when are we going to hang out and watch all the Whitest Kids You Know? Well done. Thank you. Love that song. Let's fix our trackers. Don't look at me while I break my legs. Watch him whipping Nene. Avatars. We switch to this one. And then we update our title. What was our distance? 5.7? It's so hard to catch Leafeons. I feel like she really just streams such a short amount. 5.7 miles, and now we rest. Done. Oh my god, my trackers were not tracking there. Final Fantasy players. What is your favorite city in Final Fantasy XIV? One of my best friends will stab somebody over the city. If you insult it in any way, he will question the friendship with you. He loves old Charlene so much. I am personally an Ishgard enjoyer. If there's snow, it automatically wins for me. It's a personality trait. I love snow. Elitist city? Listen, you're not wrong. But you can't say that, come on.
Actually, it's not an elitist city. It's the best because it's the most modern. Therefore, they've had the most time to learn and make it...
Where do we go today? I don't have anybody with me. So let's go to this world. Fridays are such a weird day. Because sometimes I will have like 10 people with me. And sometimes it'll just be me on a Friday. If I were to rank the Final Fantasy XIV cities, I will join for tomorrow. Hell yeah. If I were to rank the Final Fantasy XIV cities, Ishgard, this is not the place I thought it was. I went to the wrong world. I love this world. We're going to a different world by this creator. Ishgard's at the top. After that... Well, let's see. Okay, there's Limsa Lominsa, Ul'dah, Gridania. And then there's 4 expansions, right? So there's Ishgard, Kugane, Crystarium, and Old Charlene. Let's see, okay. I want to turn off all the pickupables. I want to turn off the colliders. We're going to turn off Patris. Yeah. Okay. Where's my pillow? Not in the right spot. Ah. Oh, didn't do that right. Needed to raise myself first. Actually, I can go to the front, right? I could be in this chair. How does that look? Oh, this map has that one fucking thing. Put that over there. What fucking out environment is that, huh? I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Okay. I actually kind of fucking like this, sitting in the chair like this. This is really cool. Okay, the seven cities. Ul'dah, Gridania, Limsa Lominsa. Those are the three that start with base game. And then Ishgard, Kugane, Crystarium, Old Charlene. I'd put Ishgard at the top. That's number 1. After that, I would put Limsa Lominsa. I really like the whole, like, boats on the cliffs idea. I always love that aesthetic. Old Lion's Arch in Guild Wars 2 had that. After that, there's not too much difference for me between them. I would put the Crystarium there, Old Charlene, Ul'dah, and Kugane. These are all like kinda equivalent to me. They're all great. None of them are bad. And at the very bottom, I would put Gridania. I think Gridania fucking sucks. Wait, if you're there, who's driving the car? It's on autopilot. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Jan. It's fine. But speaking of Final Fantasy, the Limsa is the best and have the best housing zone. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I do disagree. I don't think it is quite, the best. But I do think it's really, really good, and it does have a really good housing zone. I feel like I'm just biased toward Ishgard, but if somebody wasn't biased, I could see them liking Limsa the most. I think Kugane is the most expensive. That's the one everybody wants. I think people hate Ul'dah. I think Ul'dah is underrated. I think it's a lot better of a city than people, like, give it credit. I definitely think it's better than fucking Gridania. God, I think Gridania is such fucking trash. But speaking of Final Fantasy, Seadog VA from Trash Taste. He's started playing Final Fantasy. And this is a guy that, like, he hates cutscenes. He hates long-winded MMOs. It is not going to be a game for him. But he said if we raise $1 million for the charity Cyclothon, we'll play Final Fantasy. And they fucking did it. And he's joking about it, like, who knew all I had to do was say I'll play Final Fantasy if you give me $1 million.
He started yesterday, I think. And he was not ready for the community to welcome him. He made his character, and Iron Mouse was there waiting for him, along with like 500 people. And they literally formed up and made a line, and they were all like cheering with the glow sticks, just creating an aisle for him. And he was like, oh my god, there's so many people. Oh my god. What even? And so, I didn't see that stream. I'm definitely hoping to see like a highlights video. I'm hoping somebody puts together like a highlights of Sea-Dog going through the Final Fantasy story. I will be fucking invested in that, because I love the Final Fantasy story. I feel like most people that actually give it a chance like it. There's a few people that have problems with it. I feel like sometimes they're just being contrarian. It's a good story, damn it. It'll be interesting to see somebody who's normally just like cutscene skipper, get me to the gameplay. It'll be interesting to see him get into it. Can I? Nope. I don't know. When I played Final Fantasy, I really wanted a house at first. And then when I realized what it took to get a house and maintain it, I was like, nah, I'm fucking good. They give you an apartment in the free company housing, or you can get like an apartment building. I made a gem shop. In our free company in the Comfy Maids, I turned my room into like a gem shop. So you come in, there's a countertop, there's a bunch of like gems on shelves behind it, and it looks like it just looks like a store, like a pawn shop, but just for gems. There's a little mini office place for someone to sit next to the counter on the other side. There's a small bathroom for people to go to, and then there's like a door to the back living area, which is literally like just a kitchen and a bedroom. And I was super proud of that. I liked my bomb shop more. In WildStar, I essentially did the same thing, but instead of a gem shop, it was a bomb shop. So I made it literally look like something from Legend of Zelda, where you come in, there was a counter, and there was like a cage around the shop, so you couldn't rob them. Lamp oil, ropes, bombs. It was all bombs. So there was like a ton of round bombs. There was a ton of like bags, which were supposed to be like cluster bombs. There was land mines, and then off to the side there was like a mega bomb. It was like a barrel with a rope sticking out of it. I should have had lamp oil and ropes. That would have been a smart idea. It's all yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies. No, WildStar is fucking dead now, so that map is fucking gone, sadly. But that's what I made my house in WildStar. God, today is too chill. It's too chill. I gotta spy on Shocky, see how far she's gotten in V Rising. I know she's farther than me, but now I'm like, how far has she gotten? I have it at 160p. I can't see shit. V Rising has been a lot of fun. It's hard, and it's very grindy. And there's some things I wish the server changed, like, my god, I wish they turned off repairing items. I'm almost scared to suggest it, because this is a group that, like, they play survival crafting games and, like, host servers together all the time across, like, 10 different games. And I'm like, this is my first time playing with them, so I don't want to come in and be like, actually, we should make this change. I don't want to be that guy. But at the same time, there's one thing I'm like, can we do this? Can we please fucking do this? I hate this one thing. Can we change this? Speaking of crafting survival games, we have Minecraft coming up. Minecraft on Monday. That'll be fun. I hope it'll be fun. I don't know if it actually will be. If it goes like Skyrim, it won't be fun, but I have high hopes for it. I'm not gonna go into it like just trying to set up. I'm just gonna be looking to like have fun chilling with people. I'm hoping you guys are, for the most part, nice to me. But we will see. I don't know. Oh, I have Monday off? Oh, hell yeah. Do you want to join us for Minecraft? I'm driving home, but heck yeah. But yeah, I'll hecka join. Hell yeah. Why would I want to be rude? I don't think you would want to be rude. I just have some friends that they're goofballs and like to tease me. And I could see them blowing up my house or something. What is Notch up to these days? Probably just living off millions of dollars and being spiteful about a few things that he really shouldn't have opened his mouth about. If I had to guess. I think I know who this person is. I just got a friend request from somebody. And I think I know who they are. But I don't actually know. And so if it's somebody here, they're gonna have to speak up and be like, that was me. I was really excited for this map. And it's good. It's still good. It just... I wish there was more to the environments. I feel like the Bus to Nowhere is more fun than this one. And I guess, you know, this one's designed to be more comfy. Whereas Bus to Nowhere is like an actual puzzle to solve. But I don't know, I'm still very comfy in Bus to Nowhere. I've slept in Bus to Nowhere before, I've completed it twice. Both time was a friend that was like, we're gonna stream until the end of Bus to Nowhere. And I was like, cool, great. But unless I'm walking, I start getting real tired in VR chat. And so, like, I was, you know, awake, playing with the toys, you know, talking to people for 2 to 3 hours. And then it was just like, I'm gone, and I'd sleep for hours, and then they'd wake me up at the end. Okay, now when do we play Terrors? What is Terrors? Is that a VR chat map? And also, no, I don't wanna. That doesn't sound fun. Terrors of Nowhere is the same creator. Is that the one where you're at the bus stop and the bus comes by every 5 minutes, but you don't get on the bus, you just stay like in the forest? Because we also did that one, and I also fell asleep for all of it. Everybody was running around, you know, exploring stuff and finding items, and I just like laid down on the bench and fell asleep. Hi, Alex. You run away from Goofy Creepypasta and Indie Game Monsters. Okay, very different map. Never want to go there. Nope, never. Not gonna do it. I don't wanna. Goofy Creepypasta and Indie Game Monsters. I would absolutely be scared by both of them. Oh. I see a thing. Surprised you've never heard of it, to be honest. I'm very disconnected from horror maps. I used to be very familiar with them because when Elite streamed VR chat, one of his favorite things to do was take people to horror maps. He would take them through horror maps, and he knew where all the jump scares were, so he would walk through them first and not react to them at all. And then he would immediately turn around and look at them, the person he was bringing through, and then they would get jump scared. And because they didn't see Elite get scared, they would like be trusting the hallway. So like he'd walk through a door, not react to the jump scare, turn around, and then they would be like, oh, there was no jump scare there. So like just subconsciously they'd make that decision and trust the doorway. They would go through and get jump scared, and it was fucking great. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen what is the horror map with like the teddies? It's like made by teddies or something. I don't know. It's like the classic VR chat horror maps. I have seen so many people go through that one. Oh, that map sucks. So old. Yeah, it's probably not even functional nowadays. It's more of a game than a horror map, in my opinion. You can turn off jump scares too. That was the original VR chat content I would watch. Was my friend Elite just hanging out with people in VR chat, and trying to bring as many people as he could through horror maps. And I myself fucking hated horror maps. God. I'm so tired suddenly. Do we end here? I don't know. I'm progressing through V Rising. I played a shit ton yesterday. Oh my god. Oh, I just yawned like 3 times in a row. I was getting so mad in V Rising last night. It was like 4 a.m. Foss had gone to bed. And I was like, I'm going to do one last quest. I'm going to do this thing to capture a minion, dominate a minion's mind, and then bring him to the castle to lock him up in a prison cell. And then I can, then I can have blood on tap. This sounds great. What ended up happening was I put my base in the snow area. To get to the snow area, especially by walking without a teleport, you have to go from the south entrance or the north entrance. The north entrance has a fucking frost bear on it. The south entrance has 3 fucking wolves. So it's really fucking hard to dominate an enemy's mind, have them at 10% fucking health, and then get them past this level 50 bear or this, or 3 level 50 wolves without getting killed. I fucking hate it so much. I found a 97% blood rogue in the Farbane Woods. And I was like, oh my god, this is exactly what I want. This is so good. This is so perfect. And then I got to the frost area and I saw the wolves. I was like, oh fuck, this is not gonna work. And like, they dashed at me. What I really should have done was just had like a bunch of shields to like interrupt them and like intercept the guy so that he couldn't get hit by them. But I tried just running by, and their dash, one of them just went right to the bomber that had the 97%, instantly killed it, and it was just like, okay. And I lost the 97%. I was so sad. After that, I found a 47%, and I went around the north, and the bear killed them. I was like, fuck, man, come on. And then I found a 44%, and I actually got that to my base because the bear hadn't respawned. I don't know why. It should have respawned, but it wasn't there. The north also has to go across a bridge with 5 military dudes. I wish there was a way to like tell a dominated mind person to just like stand still. I wish there was a way to be like, hey, I need you to just chill here. What really needs to happen is I need to get the recipe to teleport them home. I need that recipe. I get that in like 3 or 4 more bosses. I could go fight the boss now. But like, ugh, that will just make it so much easier. Because being in the frost area is miserable. Trying to get prisoners back to it. But yeah, V Rising's really fun. Oh my god. I can't stop yawning. I think I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a night. A night. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Who all is live? LowFam is playing another Rage game. We could go there. Be there soon. Okay. Get a good sleeps. Big hug. Sleep well. Thank you. Where are we putting our camera? Oh, I'm like raised up. Here we go. Behavior. Look at me. Auto level. World. We're gonna leave that there. I'm gonna respawn. We're inside of a tunnel right now. Bye bye. I just realized how quiet this map is. Maybe that's why I was falling asleep. I like didn't have had music, but it's so quiet. Exclamation point. Socials. If you like the walking videos or you want to see the VODs, or you want to join the Discord, they're there. That being said, let's go to LowFam. Flash raid. LowFam. LowFam is playing the game of Sisyphus. It's another one of those rage games. Invalid username LowFam. Well, excuse me? I don't think LowFam is an invalid username. Let's try it here. Your raid has been created. Okay. LowFam's a longtime friend. I've known him for like 4 or 5 years. I used to watch him when I worked in Cubicle Land, and he would help me get through my days. So I will always have a soft spot for him. Plus, he has his thigh cam going, so like when you get there, be like, "Whoa, thighs!" We did 5.7 miles today. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. Bye. I love you.